the physical part of the body is very important. The cars, the building, the house, the family, the people, the body, the physical body of yours, it is very important. And that's why we keep working on that. We go to gym, we start running for money like mad people, right? We keep care, or we make sure that our family is good, right? But a wise man said that what you see is important, but what you don't see is maybe even more important, right? And I really want to get into this, but let me first tell you about this survey done by IIM Bangalore, right? So they asked the freshers what is the most important skill, and most of them said broadman, management, or finance, marketing, and they were like, okay, great. 5 years later, the same people were asked the same question, and the top things were same: broadman, management, yada yada yada. But one thing that got added was suddenly leadership. Leadership, right? The same question was asked by the same people to the same people 15 years later, and suddenly the leadership thing, the communication thing got to the top, and everything after that got below, right? And this is a very curious thing because you can't see leadership, you feel leadership, right? And obviously the finance, the marketing, everything like that, the physical health of yours is very important. But the mental health, if ruined, doesn't matter what body you have, doesn't matter what money you have, you won't do well, right? And this is something that I realize. See, when I see people, doesn't matter how good their IQ is, if they can't handle people, they are not meant to be leaders, right? If you can't handle people, if you can't speak, see, there are some people in the surroundings of you, right? Your surroundings, and they talk to you, and suddenly you feel different. Suddenly you feel like their cause is your cause. Suddenly you feel that what they say is what you should do. Suddenly you feel that your causes, your beliefs are just small in front of them. And this is the ability to inspire. And this is not with every other person that you see in your daily life. What is the point of this book or this video? Well, the point is that what we see is sure important, but and people work on what they see because they can see the instant results. So, for example, if you work on something like coding, right, you can see the difference in 3 months, right? In 1 month, actually, like in the first day of me learning coding, maybe I couldn't write the Hello World project, and now I can. There's an instant gratitude, instant satisfaction. But when you get into things like communication, you get into things like leadership, inspiration, and stuff like that, well, bro, there's no fucking way that you can see it in a day, in a month, even 2-3 months, right? I've been speaking, I've been trying to get my communication skills up level by level, and there might be a slight difference. What you can see from the first day to now, it's been 3 months or something, 125 days or something, right? But maybe if I go out and I talk to some other person, some beautiful girl, maybe I can't talk, right? Maybe, I'm just saying maybe because obviously I can, but you get the point, right? It's just that you can't see the instant results, and people are meant, normal people, average man, who works on something that they can see instant results in. So gymming is the easiest thing of self-improvement. What does self-improvement have? It has money, for which you have to build a business, for which you need time, right? Even if you do some skill and then do freelancing, you need time to find people, find clients, get a skill, and obviously taking a skill or learning a skill takes time. Even video editing, simple things like video editing, basic video editing will take you a week or so, because you have to learn, and after that as well, you have to keep optimizing it, right? You have to build mental health, right? For mental health, you need meditation. It will take time because you can't see the quick results. But what you can do is do gym, because see, when you get into a gym, the first day you feel pain and you feel like something is happening. The second day you feel pain, something is happening. By the time you reach day 7, 4 or 5, even 5, you feel something is different, and that's called beginner gains actually. But that is why people do the first thing. They don't get into meditation. They don't get into suddenly reading a lot of books. because it takes time and doesn't show results that quick, right? Even I can't do meditation because whenever I close my eyes, I can't just sit there and think about nothing. My mind keeps jumping from this place to this place to this place, but I work on it. When I started with my self-improvement journey, it has been time. I couldn't even sit for 30 seconds and think about nothing, right? And it took me time, and now I can, even though I dropped and then I started again, then I dropped and then I started again. At this point, I maybe can sit for a minute or so, at least 5 minutes actually. Think about nothing, right? Builds a focus. See, the point of this whole thing is that imagine a caveman, right? Caveman times, and everyone had body. Every one of them could hold a spear and pierce it through your body. The difference was the leader, the one who could tell you where to pierce a spear, or where to go, and the one who would speak, and everyone would feel that this is the guy I would follow. This is the guy whom I should listen. This is the guy who can actually ensure my survival. Right? The whole point of this is to build soft skills, because these skills don't come handy on day 1. These skills don't come handy on day 2, day 30, day 120. These skills come handy when it's been a month, when it's been a year, 5 years. And that's when you realize, because this is something that I realized, right? Back when I was at school, I would talk to people and some would feel I was boring, some feel that I'm very empathetic, right? Now I've held that empathetic wala skill so much that if I talk to someone, I know that if he's sad, I can make his mind, or at least I can make him happy, at least I can make him work again. Not because I'm a psychologist, but because I understand the human emotions, I understand what to say, when to say, at least some of it. I'm not a specialist, I'm not Prakhar, I'm not some great guy in that sense, but I've worked on it and I see the difference. Right now, if you come to me, we sit on a call, I'm 100% sure that if you tell me your problems, I might be able to solve it. And this is no invitation for a call, I'm just telling you, right? So build these skills, get books, inspire people. And it's so cool, like you would listen to YouTubers saying this. Imagine inspiring people. Imagine a guy who wakes up early in the morning and thinks that I want to be like him, or I want to work on his cause. Right? Be a fucking leader. Because if you don't be a leader, you become a slave. A corporate slave is the guy, right? The best example of it. Me. That's it for today.